My boyfriend doesn't trust me anymore and I can't understand why. My boyfriend, 30M, and I, 26F, had a conversation last week about a guy in our friend group. This particular guy is someone that has flirted with me in the past, never anything from my side though. My boyfriend asked me to keep distance from him because he's not comfortable with me being close with him. I agreed and said I would. Now this is the point where my boyfriend said I ruined his trust entirely. Yesterday we were at a rave and my back hurt, so I had to go to first aid to get some medication. I told my boyfriend where I was going and that I'd just go alone. When I walked past the one guy, he asked where I was going and I said FIRSF aid to get meds and that I'll just walk alone. He told me he's not letting me go there alone and that he'd walk me there. I immediately thought nah, my boyfriend won't like that. So I told the guy once again that I'm going alone but he didn't listen and walked me there. I felt so uncomfortable and anxious the whole time because of the deal I made with my boyfriend. So when we get back, I noticed my boyfriend is mad so I go over to him and tell him exactly what happened, also that I said I didn't want him to join me. My boyfriend didn't believe me and he was so mad, he didn't talk to me at all for the rest of the evening. When he dropped me off at home later, I expressed how I felt once again and he got so mad. He's usually the type of person to keep his cool, but now he was screaming at me that I ruined his trust completely and that he doesn't think we can be together anymore. In my opinion, this is unfair because I didn't want this to happen either. If I knew how he would react I would have honestly just walked away from the guy back to my boyfriend, but I had no clue it would be this bad. My boyfriend is someone who's been hurt a lot in the past so he struggles with major trust issues, which I have a lot of empathy for. But in this situation, I just don't understand. Because never before has anything happened at all, I've always been loyal. I'm just so confused and hurt over this and hope to get some insight from strangers. I have no clue how to approach this situation, because yesterday he was so mad he made me get out of his car without letting me talk about my part. I would be extremely heartbroken if my relationship was over because of this. We normally have an amazing connection and always communicate so well. How long have you two been together? If there's no trust in a relationship, no point to waste your time with it. He needs to get his head on straight. Nobody should scream at their partner over something this petty. Sounds over-controlling. My husband has major trust issues from childhood trauma and from his ex who cheated on him a lot and abused him in many ways. He would get so jealous and controlling of me so much as saying hi to an old friend I ran into. I finally snapped one day on him and while screaming and chewing him out I said, "Stop making me pay for the crimes of someone else." He's a lot better about it now. I basically told him if he really thinks I'm the type of person to cheat on him, then he needed to get divorce papers and he needed to leave me, because why would you want to stay with someone like that? After a lot of reflection he told me he does not think I'm that type of person but his own insecurities made him think things like that. This is worrying for me. You probably should leave him be and let him work on himself alone. Stop trying to help him. He has to help himself with his massive trust issue and insecurity. The fact that you are more worried about your boyfriend getting upset at you so that you will refuse any offer of help or a show of consideration from another man. This does not sound like an amazing connection if he goes berserk and won't let you explain what happened. Also, your ex-BF, should have walked you to get first aid since you hurt your back. I hope you're not going to grovel. Let him be by himself. Just go on your own way. His major trust issues are not an excuse for him to scream at you. You should not have to constantly walk on eggshells around your partner. I highly recommend Why Does He Do That by Lundy Bancroft. It talks about the excuses abusive men make for their behavior, including trust issues because of past events, and how none of them actually excuse treating you this way. I'm not saying that your boyfriend is abusive. I really don't know that. But the book can still be a really valuable resource and help you recognize unacceptable behavior despite convincing excuses, reasons, justification. Even if you're not necessarily being abused, it's a useful read. You can't control other people. Your boyfriend crossed the line as he screamed at you. You didn't invite this man. Your boyfriend has problems and in my eyes he doesn't seem ready for a relationship. If he has no trust in you, he can't have a relationship. He can't put you in a silver cage. Just because someone else flirted with you doesn't mean that you flirt back. He punishes you for what other people do and for his own insecurities. That's not how a relationship works. And if you are true with yourself, it isn't a relationship you want in which you don't get trusted. Need to watch what you do or else get accused of cheating and just aren't happy anymore. These are definitely his issues that are the problem here. You were actually very thoughtful and probably couldn't have done more to be true to his rulebook. If he is that insecure about you, be aware that at some point you may not be able to fulfill his expectations without staying home alone with him. You can't be with someone that controlling and especially untrusting. You didn't cheat and didn't even reciprocate the flirting, so there's no reason for him to not trust you, or yell at you. If anything, he should be mad at the dude if he needs to be. Very questionable. I'm 25M, about to break up with my girlfriend, 23F, because of her weight and I feel broken. Me and my girlfriend have been together for 4 years. We met at our local gym. Fitness used to be our hobby. But 18 months ago something changed. My girlfriend stopped going to the gym with me, she stopped caring about her diet. She ended up gaining almost 100 pounds. She's a completely different person, looks wise. But also her character is slightly different. When I noticed she was gaining weight, I tried to motivate her to go exercise together, go for walks, cycling, but nothing worked. I even tried to get her into therapy. I thought maybe she was depressed, but no luck. I'm not attracted to her anymore. Not just her looks, but her not caring about her looks, lack of motivation. We haven't had sex in months, I just can't get an erection when I look at her. I'm about to break up with her and move out. I think we both knew it was coming eventually. But I feel broken. I feel like this relationship is ending for such a stupid reason that I want to cry. I don't know why she changed, why she stopped caring. I guess I'm posting this because I'm lost. On what to do. On why it happened. How do I live without her? TLDR, I'm about to break up with my girlfriend because of her weight and I feel lost. Someone's lifestyle changing from when you first knew them in a way that alters your attraction to them is a valid reason to break up. Everyone in here giving you a hard time is just insecure about themselves and projecting onto your situation. Just get it over with. Mourn. Grow. Move on. There's no right way to break up or to recover from it, but staying busy, after some moping, is good. She isn't who you liked in the beginning. She's changed, whatever that reason is, and it seems you've been supportive in trying to help her. If she's not willing to change, then that's perfectly fine, but do so knowing she's no longer the person for you. Props for trying first. You have a type and she stopped being it. You did what you could and looks like she's just not interested. Go find your happiness elsewhere. 100% legitimate emotions here. You did what you could, end it and move on. If someone drastically changes their health and lifestyle routines to the point they become both physically and otherwise unrecognizable from the person you fell in love with, what are you supposed to do? Look on the bright side, at least you weren't married. Dude, ignore everyone shitting on you because you aren't attracted to her due to weight gain. You've tried talking to her and nothing's worked. IDK know her, but it sounds like she got comfortable. Like you said, she doesn't care and you can't force someone to help theirself. You're not an asshole. If the roles were reversed, the woman wouldn't be getting shit for leaving. Attraction plays a big part in a relationship. When partners stop taking care of themselves, that's when it becomes an issue. You stuck it out for a long time and nothing changed, so this isn't your fault at all. Attraction is something you really can't control. When I look at someone, I don't think about attraction. It's either there or it's not. I think it's best to end it. You're talking not just about her gaining the weight, but about her attitude towards it. I completely understand that as a woman. I've had the same in reverse with one of my exes. He wasn't fat necessarily, but he was on the fluffier side. But what really turned me off him was his attitude towards it. He never wanted to improve as a person, he never wanted to be better or take care of himself or try to look good for me. He was always scruffy and would go on dates with me like this. He just didn't care how he presented himself, and it wouldn't have bothered me so much if I thought for 1 second that he cared to improve that aspect of himself. It was a shame because I knew how handsome he was and it was just ruined by his lack of care. My 25 female boyfriend, 32 male, keeps saying my body is round. Basically the title. Sad face. I really wish I was joking, but it is really starting to upset me. My boyfriend keeps putting his hand on my tummy and then saying, the body is round. A while ago he sent me this video of a very round and fluffy palace cat. It is super cute, don't get me wrong. I really liked this video at first. Now, he doesn't do this every day but still does it relatively often. Usually at the most unexpected moments, like when I am just sitting by my own PC, minding my business, he just comes to me and does that. It has also happened a few times when I am kissing him and it really kills the mood. I laughed at it at first, but now it is starting to make me very insecure. If he hinting that I am actually getting round, or is it just him being playful and silly? I really cannot tell at this point. He doesn't seem to mean it in a bad way when he says it, so I might be overthinking. Too long did not read. Boyfriend found a video of a round palace cat, and ever since then he keeps putting his hand on my tummy and saying, "The body is round." Ask him, "Hey, I know you're making reference to that cute video, but, are you actually calling me fat? Because that's making me kinda insecure, and I'd rather you didn't." Communication is key in a relationship. If you're feeling bad or insecure, just talk to your partner. Chances are he doesn't realize he's insulting you. Yikes to the comments. Just ask him what exactly he means and let him know you're sensitive about your weight and feel like he's commenting on it. My money is on he's just being silly. I would totally do this to my boyfriend after showing him the cat clip, and he wouldn't think I'm bullying him or calling him fat. E.g., just talk to him and tell him how it makes you feel. You never once said you have, so do that and problem solved. The guy I'm seeing does this to me as well, but not in a way where he's trying to call me fat. He just likes my tummy. It's totally bizarre to me, but ultimately you should talk to him about it to see how he feels about what he's saying and to let him know how you feel about it. What he's saying isn't inherently an insult, but if it makes you uncomfortable then you need to let him know. Ah, I love that video. My wife and I constantly say things like that to each other. It's our way of showing appreciation for each other's bodies. Talk to your boyfriend and see if that's the case. If it's not, then tell him why it makes you uncomfortable and anxious. Go from there. I'm hopeful he's just trying to be cute, but I myself have bad experience with men. I hope you don't. Good luck. My boyfriend and I mess around like this all the time. Maybe he just liked the video and he is repeating it, just to be silly. I do this with my boyfriend all the time with memes I get fixated on. But whenever one of us makes a joke that makes the other one feel bad, we tell each other. And we apologize cause we don't mean to make each other feel bad, just jokes. Just tell him it makes you feel bad and he should stop. Just ask him and tell him how it's making you feel. It's probably nothing. My wife loves to do that kind of meme recreation on me with no meaning. But if he is trying to convey a message, he needs to be flushed out into the open. Meanwhile, now I want to know who is going around feeling palace cats for roundness and why. It did not look impressed. I died laughing. The title, the video. Hilarious. 32M boyfriend asked to see my 24F best friend's 20F outfit. Hi Reddit. I really hope this doesn't get lost in the chain of uploads because I really need some help. I was on FaceTime tonight with my best friend, and she mentioned that her boyfriend did not acknowledge her cute outfit and it made her upset. The conversation went as follows. Best friend. I'm upset he didn't notice it. It's a really cute outfit. My boyfriend. Prove it. Cue awkward silence and a glare from me. I don't know how else to interpret his comment as a request to see her outfit. Maybe I'm going crazy, but it seems odd, especially since he isn't friends with her. An additional piece of information that may be helpful is that one time I noticed her Instagram handle in his search bar when he was looking up something on Instagram next to me. So that was weird. Reddit, was this innocent? Or a foreshadowing to a greater character flaw? Please help. A man in his 30s dating a woman almost 10 years younger, asking to see the outfit of a woman 12 years younger. Yes, that man is showing red flags. Yes, you should start easing out of the relationship. Yes, keep your friend away from him. He likes them young and you are already looking old compared to your just legal friend. One thing that doesn't come across in Reddit posts is tone and mood. You know the way he said it, and it made you uncomfortable. This one thing doesn't seem to us like it's causing a breakup over, but if you have other red flags or similar issues, it's time to evaluate the relationship. You're telling me your 30-plus-year-old boyfriend dating a woman in her early 20s isn't mature? Wow, who could have seen that coming? Your 32-year-old boyfriend is gross. I would be really suspicious if my boyfriend did this, especially with what you were saying about the Instagram search. The age difference is also a little bit worrying to me, which I know isn't what this post is about, sorry, but may be relevant. I don't think there's a way that his comment could have been innocent, and it was entirely disrespectful to begin with, but especially in front of you. You're not going crazy. It is very odd even if they were friends. I understand if you decide to give him the benefit of the doubt, just be cautious. WEIRDDDDD as fuck. Trust your gut. You know it's a character flaw, potential red flag coming, and will bother you later. Let's remember he is 32, telling a 20-year-old to prove her outfit is cute. That is like prime old guy tryna flirt with younger girls. Gross. Like, prove it, how cringe, get his uncle ass outta here. Prove it. That's just gross. How long have you known this guy? I dated men around his age when I was your age, but they were definitely more mature than this bro. Also, it's one thing for a guy in his early 30s to be interested in someone in their mid-20s who has graduated college and has a job and is on his level career-wise, but it's another thing entirely to be interested in someone who is closer to being a teenager than being 25. He is into the 20 years old, and that's gross.